with a very special guest joining Alan and I in the booth. It's Will Hanna, former crew chief, guy knows everything that's going on in those alcohol pits, and it's great to have you here.
Former crew chief? What'd you get fired?
Well, current
first
crew
round
chief.
I got fired.
Correct myself. I apologize. I apologize to you.
No, just a pleasure to be up here in the booth with you guys, and got some good weather to watch some good racing out here in Heartland Park, Topeka.
And it's weather that has changed dramatically. What's going on in the mind of a crew chief right now, because it is hot and muggy versus cool earlier this week?
Right now, I mean, this is really the first time that the alcohol cars have seen sun on the racetrack. And so both the qualifying runs had pretty cloud-covered, cooler conditions that let you get after it a little bit more. Now we've got some sunshine on the racetrack, so it's definitely going to take a different tune-up for these tuners out here.
Will, you've worked with both funny cars and dragsters. The funny cars lost a qualifying session, but at least they've had a shot at each lane. The dragsters had to come in on one. How much more difficult does that make it?
Oh, it definitely raises the bar. I mean, you only got one run to go off of. The one thing, though, is both the conditions for both the qualifying runs for the alcohol funny car were fairly close together. Q2, the air was a little bit better, but there were actually 3 cars in top alcohol funny car that only got one shot. The rain came in Q2, and they didn't get to make the final run.
Q2 is racer speak for qualifying session number 2. This is E2, elimination round number 2. Chris Foster and that number 16 qualifier, Doug Gordon, who didn't make a clean run in qualifying, but did first round.
Yeah, that's not a position we're used to come out of, number 16.
Now, it's a real tough field of cars here, and I'm sure when Annie Whiteley looked at the ladder and saw she was number 1, like, oh, great, I get Doug Gordon first round.
Well, she didn't get very far off the line before.
I love Mike.
Yeah, I love getting Mike fired everybody up.
That's Doug's dad, who drove the car for a number of years before he took over the crew chief role. And Chris Foster's a team that you worked with and had some success with.
Yeah, they decided to go out there and do it on their own, and they're doing a real good job this year with it.
Well, they gave up a couple of hundreds.
But the fist pump from Mike and Doug. Get the job done. 568. Boy, Foster was coming on there at the close, but it is Doug and the Green Gang that move into the semifinals.
Remember, that's that new Alan Johnson combination that they've got under the hood. And Will, as a crew chief, you know there's no substitute for making runs. If you lose one in qualifying, every round you go on race day is another opportunity to learn something.
No doubt, a good clean pass for Doug Gordon. The other thing is they've only got a limited amount of runs on this combination, so they need as many runs going down the racetrack as they can to get data. It's kind of a double win for them there, because they were able to get 2 runs out of it.
Let's check in with Jamie into the racetrack.
Well, Dale, the rail brand going rounds here today. You're fired up, but this is the first time we've seen the sunshine. What changes had to be made in these conditions?
Well, that's Eric's problem. Eric makes a call on the cars, and he's doing a great job. He's doing a fantastic job. My job is to hit the light and the shift lights and get her stopped down here, and this is awesome. I love it. I told Jay, I said the only time I ever want to race them, though, is in the finals. All these people are so good and so gifted, and I love them all, and I'm just really thankful to be here, going rounds. This is fun.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
And of course, the Eric he refers to is his son, the guy who calls the shots for him.